Hi there, I'm Charlene Shirk. I'm your host of Digital Champions, where we have the opportunity to talk to some of the most innovative, just the thought leaders in our digital space. We just learned so much with every show. And I'm so excited today to tell you that Tom Martin from Converse Digital joins us now. Like Converse, like conversation joins us today. Tom, thanks so much for being here.
Wow, thanks for having me. It was nice of you all to invite me to join you today.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So I just love that you really the focal point of the pillar that you've built your business is part of your name. So share a little bit about how that all came about.
Well, I came up through the advertising agency business, and back in, I guess around 2007, 8, social media was really becoming the rage, and to me, it opened up the opportunity for looking at advertising and marketing as less of a push and more, where you just try to give somebody a message and hope they respond, and something that could be a little bit more interactive. And so I began to really invest a lot in the social media space. Eventually, my boss at the time and I agreed I was unemployable. And so in 2010, I started Converse Digital as a place where I could really test my theories the way I wanted to. And really that I believe that if you focus on conversations and turning those conversations into customers, you can be really successful. And that's what we've been doing for a little over a decade.
Tom, if you think about it, we keep talking about engagement. We want engagement. Really, engagement is a conversation. It really goes back to the basics. Mm-hmm. And so talk to me a little bit about when your clients are coming to you, what is the issue that you are solving for them? What's their pain point that you are addressing with your particular approach to engagement?
I think the pain point we solve probably more often than anything else is conversion percentage. We are an agency that really believes in quality over quantity. I'd rather talk to 100 people and convert 80 of them than 1,000 people and convert 80, right? The outcome's the same, the revenue's the same. It's a lot less painful. It's a lot more efficient. Your salespeople and your marketing people tend to be a lot happier. Everybody feels much better about it. So there will, companies that are struggling with that are finding that their conversion percentages aren't great, or that their sales cycles are taking too long to complete. Will come to us, and then we'll work with them to show them how to apply either some of our painless prospecting methodologies. We'll walk them through the whole concept of self-educating buyers and the invisible sale and how that has to change your front end, top of the funnel work. And then we'll work with their sales teams to train them in our Sell Greatly approach, which is really a relationship-based approach, not a transaction-based approach to selling and nurturing. They package all that up, and then we work with them to hopefully make them really successful, in implementing it, not just learning it.
Yeah, I think you're right on target, because initially everybody was like, oh, look at the likes and the shares and all that. And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, how many sales did I make out of all of this effort and energy? So yeah, that's been part of the evolution of this. Like you said, oh, everybody was doing social media and I was in advertising. So I decided, let's get invested in this. So as you have seen the industry evolve, and I love that you've kept it really authentic to the core of it's a relationship and a conversation. Where do you see this going now in the next 2 years? What are you telling your clients that they should be paying attention to?
Well, kind of what you just alluded to, that from a KPI perspective, that top of the funnel stuff, opens, clicks, likes, all of that is increasingly less valuable. It should be increasingly devalued in things like lead scoring or trying to figure out your best prospects from your least valuable prospects, etc. And you're really going to have to kind of go back to old school early advertising before we could actually track all that top of the funnel stuff. And you're really going to have to focus on conversions, sales, or quality engagements from prospects. So we focus a lot more. For instance, if we're evaluating social media, we look for purchase intent signals. Either somebody makes a comment about, boy, this is really interesting, I need this, or they maybe tag a friend in the comment and say, wow, you should look at this. That's good input signal, I think, and we put a lot into that and consider that very valuable. If somebody just says, oh, this is a cool product or something, that's great, but we tend to not place quite as much emphasis on following up with those folks.
Well, Tom, I love that you've gone back to the basics, and you're also available, I understand, for hire as an MC or a speaker.
Yes, I do. I do a good bit of keynoting and breakouts and trainings. We offer some online training as well for people who want to do it on their time, and from the comfort of their own home or office. So yeah, we are definitely. You can just go to Converse Digital. There's a keynote page. You can see some past examples and book a time or a date if you're so inclined.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to promote your platform there, Tom.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us today on Digital Champions. Best of luck to you.
Thank you for having me, and thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, I enjoyed our conversation. Well, that was Tom Martin with Converse Digital. And as he mentioned, if you'd like to check out more about what they're doing, you can go to Daily Ad Brief, and then you can find Converse Digital. And thank you so much for joining us on Digital Champions. We hope you have a great time. I'm Charlene Shirk, and we will see you next time.